With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway here in Montreal. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The numbers for Brown from a week ago: 20 carries, 77 yards, and a touchdown.
Has 9 rushing touchdowns on the season, so a lot of credit has to go to the rest of the offense because you know those big guys up front are doing work. But now, the goal is to get...
There he goes, left side. He may go. Touchdown. A big play there. With his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Huskies go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
After seeing what he did last week, throwing 4 touchdown passes, I had to go to my thesaurus to try and come up with some great words for what he did. I'm still coming up blank. He was scintillating.
I'm going simple. I don't have your thesaurus. I'm going dynamite. He was dynamite.
I'll take it.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The numbers for him from a week ago: 17 carries, 78 yards.
In a perfect world, they'd run the ball the same way they did last week, but against the #1 rush defense in the league, they're going to have to find a different way to move the ball. Maybe they start throwing it early and come back to the run.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Russell. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. McKenzie, and nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Carey. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 3rd and 2. Off the play fake. Carey. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a two-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 32-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. Pressure comes and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep
under pressure, and they got to him again. Calling a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it out in order to try and get the upset win.
That one good for 26 and a first down.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They run the counter. McKenzie, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down now, McKenzie. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Operating from the gun. Carey. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Back to throw. Carey. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
To throw again. Carey. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Touchdown! A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Mounties are an extra point away from evening this one up. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover it? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. San Juan's offense ready to get started again. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2 yards on the play. First down, Huskies.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Got a man. It's Brown. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 4. Back to throw again. It's caught. Mitchell. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
It's a gain of 6. And a San Juan first down.
They'll look to throw again. That's another one complete to Mitchell. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. This duo locked in. 14 yards there and a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. 89 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Scampering home from 19 yards out. And his guys have taken the lead. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? But I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the capper, a 19-yard touchdown run. This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Montreal offense ready to take over now. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
To about the 40-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Well, this one complete downfield on the left side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Mounties 7.
Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Carey. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On first down, Carey throwing the out route incomplete. That's Lewis. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 22-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Quick throw there is incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Here we go on 4th down. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They come up short here on 4th down. And as a result, possession switches hands.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
And they'll begin here with a run by Brown. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
2nd and 5. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Huskies.
Back to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that'll bring up second down. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
At the 35-yard line.
2nd and 9 now. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Now a give left side, Brown with it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 119 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They go right back to the ground here, and Brown just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. On third down, he'll drop to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Now the Montreal offense ready to take over now. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. To throw on second down. Carey. He finds his man. Complete. It's Russell. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. Now a 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun. Carey, complete. This is Lewis. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Carey. Wide open receiver, complete. And all the way in for the touchdown. A great effort there. 61 yards. And the Mounties are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. San Juan now getting set to take over on offense. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Well, they've got it 1st and 10. They defer to Brown to start the drive. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They'll drop to throw. He'll look underneath and finds Brown. They'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but looking like that won't be the case here.
Yeah, it looks like someone put their dukes up a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe decided to finally make a stand because those first 2 drives, they got run over. Now, finally, got their feet under them, got a little bit of balance, they're getting off the field.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's another shot now for the Montreal offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. McKenzie. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. They'll keep it on the ground. McKenzie. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the defense will get their hands on it. Going the other way. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. From the gun on 3rd down. Carey able to find the open man. That's complete. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. Operating from the gun. Carey. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. And worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for it. Dealing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. It takes 2 to tango. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Carey. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And his guys are going to take the lead.
Nothing like understanding where your escape hatches are as a quarterback. Here he's looking, but he knows he doesn't want to force anything. So when nothing avails itself, he slips past the rushers, takes it right up the middle, and takes it into the end zone.
Extra point attempt here still to come. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So this drive spanned 7 plays, and it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. Taken at about the 1. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. San Juan's offense ready to get started again. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this complete to Mitchell. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 12. And the San Juan 1st down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth, and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. On the out route, he completes it to Hall. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. Shedding the tackle that gives him some room. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. This 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll set up a throw. And incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They'll look to throw here. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing.
Now that's just simply good coaching and excellent technique on that play. You know why? Because everyone wants to rush the passer when they want to throw the football, but you're not always going to get there. So what are you taught to do? When the ball's finally thrown, get your hands up in the passing lanes, and they batted that one away.
No. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Back to the air on 2nd down. Carry. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do in that one as a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
Okay, Brandon,
so we have
time
reached
for a
halftime with a
sprint
touchdown.
to the
That's
finish,
the difference
as
on
it's
the
time to get
scoreboard.
caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15.
At our EA Sports halftime report. Coach?
We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. And it's the Dolphins who are out in front in the 2nd quarter. The Dolphins trying to hold on and claim victory. From there, it's off to North Carolina to check on the Panthers at home in Charlotte. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. The Panthers looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last. We head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. As you can see, the score there in the 2nd quarter.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. This offense ready to go to begin this 3rd quarter. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our...
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Fox.
And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9.
Now a handoff up the middle. McKenzie. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 3rd down and 1. The middle they go. Fox. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now a handoff up the middle. McKenzie. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
2nd down and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll keep it on the ground. McKenzie.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Looking to throw. Carey. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, Carey being chased out left. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And this one is right down Broadway. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. And they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm.
Now Brown, he lost the football.
Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. The fumble on first down. Now here's 2nd down.
They're going to look to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fielded at the 33. Oh, good move. We'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And a Montreal offense ready to take over now.
And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
This is 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll keep it on the ground. McKenzie.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
He finds his man complete. It's Russell.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So, roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Throwing again. Carry. And a quick throw here. That's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Off play action. Carry. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked out officially at the 21. San Juan now getting set to take over on offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 3 at the 28-yard line.
They'll send a tight end in motion right. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Rowe. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
At the 38-yard line.
Here's Brown on 2nd down.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
132 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now back to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Looking to throw. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. He'll drop to throw.
He short arms that one just a bit. It's low and incomplete.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Now, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Call it a gain of 2 as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 8.
Operating from the gun. Carey. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now they'll throw here, out of the gun. He finds his man, complete. That's Russell. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Carey. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This time it's 3rd and 3. Touchdown! A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Mounties add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs, and if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
San Juan now getting set to take over on offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
And a San Juan first down.
He'll look to throw. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And what a big-time play there. 43 yards.
Now that's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry.
He was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is, and goes away from it to the tune of 631 catches.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
At the 14-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hall. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
3rd and inches.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's caught. Touchdown from 6 yards away.
And the Huskies have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So that drive 6 plays, 75 yards.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Now the Montreal offense ready to take over now. Now there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun. Carey. He finds his man complete. It's Russell. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
31-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 30-yard line.
Looking to throw. Carey. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lewis. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Now will throw here to his running back, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. On first down, it's Fox. Down to the 41.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's taken down inside the 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Back to throw. Carey. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave it with a 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Carey firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
San Juan now getting set to take over on offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back to throw again. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone is at a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, He's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Montreal, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for San Juan,